So hi everyone, welcome to AWS Vartalap, and today we have Mr. Nilesh Vaghela.
I'm in AWS field more than 13 years actually. I'm CEO of Electromag Cloud Tech Private Limited. Anybody wanted to start learning, these are the foundational services, they need to start learning this.
What is Amazon Bedrock, and how can someone who's doing projects can use it? So if any newbie wants to enter into this AWS, so what are the basic services he or she should start from? Okay, so now Amazon Q has entered into, CLI has entered, and it's integrated with VS Code. So what do you think? It is giving a very tough competition to ChatGPT, OpenAI. I'm Naitik Choksi. I'm Shivansh Darji, and today we have Mr. Nilesh Vaghela.
Hi everyone, how are you?
Yes. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, absolutely fine.
Yeah. So it's really nice to have you today as our guest. Let's start with a basic introduction about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Nilesh Vaghela and I'm in AWS field more than 13 years actually, and I'm AWS Community Hero since 2017. And we do a lot of activity in terms of community as well as in terms of commercially. We are advanced partner. I'm CEO of Electromag Cloud Tech Private Limited, and we are advanced partner, and we have a lot of customer also. So yes, I'm balancing from community and commercial both.
This episode is a very initial episode in our podcast series. So let's start by discussing a few basic technology or few basic services of AWS.
So if you consider basic services, foundation services,
Yeah.
then we have to start I consider 6 or 7 services as a foundational services. One is start with identity access management. We consider it as a security services. Then normal services like compute, that EC2. Then we have storage, S3, and then we have a VPC, that's we call networking. Then we require 2 more services. One is database, and second services is CloudWatch. So these are the foundational services. Anybody wanted to start learning, these are the foundational services. They need to start learning this.
Okay. And what are some services that they get the actual work done, like EC2 instance or Lambda or something?
So if you in terms of percentage wise or revenue wise, AWS is still getting more revenue from EC2 than the database. So these are the high value services as of now also. But if you see consumption part, serverless services are quite good because low cost, they are not actually considering major revenue. But nowadays, yes, introduction with generative AI and machine learning services, it is also contributing very high. So kind of, Amazon Q, they are banging. Bedrock is there for hosting your model. So yes, if you wanted to start your journey, foundational, probably Amazon Q is also you need to start.
Amazon Q is like the OG or vibe coder, right?
Yeah.
You just tell it what you want and it just generate everything.
Yeah. So Amazon Q has introduced recently that CLI.
Okay. Yes.
So in CLI, it can build application for you. It can assist you. It can troubleshoot you, and it's comparatively easy because it is integrated to VS Code.
Yes. Yeah.
So in VS Code itself, you can ask anything. It can help. It can troubleshoot. It can generate.
Yes.
And specifically in terms of AWS, they are they have more than 20 years of knowledge base. So if you are into AWS, if you wanted to ask anything about AWS, help any AWS part, any services, probably Amazon Q should be the best.
Yes. And by the way, right now there is a challenge going on in which you just have to make a small game using Amazon Q CLI, and we'll have the link in the description. You can just fill out that form and you'll get a free cool Amazon t-shirt.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. So yeah. What is Amazon Bedrock, and how can someone who's doing projects can use it?
See, the generative AI challenges are LLMs, foundational models, right? So you wanted to use foundational model. So Amazon is always focusing on long-term sustainable customer need. That is their guru mantra.
Okay.
So they started with Amazon. Now in AWS also they are practicing the same. So what does it mean? Sustainable in terms of long-term and sustainable. Customer always want more choice and less cost. So the same thing in Bedrock also. In Bedrock, they are offering a lot of LLMs, foundational models. Instead of like stick to one, they offer their own models like Noah, like Titan, but then they all offer other also open source model as well as Llama, Claude, DeepSeek, and a lot of other models. So this is ready model and multiple models you can actually evaluate. So by you can compare actually one prompt or one scenario you can have 1, 2, 3 kind of output also. And this is first thing. Second part is it's serverless. So you don't need to do anything. Last part about Bedrock is if you come out your own foundational model, then that also can be hosted. So custom LLM models also can be hosted in Bedrock.
Okay, so what is the service that you use in your personal life and you think that that is just amazing by Amazon or AWS?
I use a lot of things actually, so difficult, but I love serverless stack actually.
Okay.
Kind of starting from Lambda, step function, then S3, then API gateway, DynamoDB. So these are something stacks that we use for serverless. Why I like serverless? Because you don't need to worry about the CPU's memory consumption. You have to check, then scaling, nothing. So it will automatically be taken. And second most important part is the security. Because if you host anything in EC2 or container, you have to maintain patches, securities into that. Every 3 months, 6 months, you have to audit. So in that case, you don't have that. You don't require that. Just your code and the tier, the middleware, whatever you are using, that is only you are supposed to handle. So without much of pain, you can do a lot without handling, or rather say 90% of the infrastructure part, performance part, you don't need to worry. So that's why I believe your serverless stack is very good. And Amazon Q, Bedrock are again serverless services.
Okay, so if any newbie wants to enter into this AWS, so what are the basic services he or she should start from?
So as I told you, like for newbies entering, personally, I feel like you should start with serverless stack because this is a really power of AWS. But if you consider as a opportunity, then probably you should go for containers. So either ECS, Elastic Container Services, or you can go for EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Services. These because these Kubernetes and containers are available in on-premises also as well as multi-cloud also. So that will give you better opportunity because Kubernetes and container fundamentals are same.
Like, let's shift the topic towards Amazon SageMaker. Personally, I don't know what it is. So, explain me, like a 20-year-old, I'm into AI/ML. So, from that background, explain me what SageMaker is.
So SageMaker initially introduced as kind of machine learning platform.
Okay.
Now it is a SageMaker Studio. It's a complete ID for any project development.
Okay.
So anything which is customized, see Bedrock is ready. Most of the things ready to use. While you wanted to create foundational model, you wanted to do something customized, highly customized, SageMaker is for you. Even it includes data analytics part even nowadays. So end to end, like starting data management, use data management, creating your own custom machine learning model, AI models. So everything will be, SageMaker is a single platform. You can use it. You wanted to everything customized, not like, ready. So that is what SageMaker is.
Okay. Will this AI wave disrupt the AWS or DevOps market?
It can be, but eventually what I can see is even like today the biggest player is OpenAI, right? ChatGPT. So probably what eventually is going to happen is they have to be open in the market. So it should be available to all the players. Maybe today they are on Microsoft, but eventually it will be open for all the cloud service provider. So I think it is just matter of time basically, maybe 3 months, 6 months or a year. They will open and they will collaborate with all service providers. So I believe AI and cloud both are go hand to hand.
Okay, so now Amazon Q has entered into, like, CLI has entered and it's integrated with VS Code. So what do you think? It is giving a very tough competition to ChatGPT, OpenAI.
See, AWS mindset is like different compared to others. AWS is always going to be a developer platform. If you wanted to build something, then AWS is for you. While ChatGPT, if you see, like, the growth started as an end user. Initially, they were not offering something to build. Then they started giving API, and they started everything. And they don't have other, like, storage part or other peripheral services. So they have to tap something. So if you wanted to, like, get best out of any generative AI application, even though you can use direct API, you can consume direct API for OpenAI, but storage part, compute part, and other analytics part, dashboarding part can be easily done on AWS. So I think multi-cloud platform will be survive, and in long term, I don't think all hyperscaler will survive. It can be Google, it can be AWS, and it can be Azure.
Okay, so I think like Amazon has a very good background in this all these things. So Amazon Q is surviving in that because it has a very good networks. It is a good connection. So with all database and all such things.
So what I believe is that Amazon is always, again I'm repeating, uh, sustainable customer long-term need. So customer always want more choice. So if you see, like, OTT platform, all three major platform OTT platform are on AWS. Netflix, they don't think, like, AWS have their own Prime. I should not run on AWS. Similarly, Hotstar, they are also on AWS. So even internal competition. So it's known. AWS is known for that. So they even offer their product. Similarly, they offer the other competitive product also. So because they comes from Amazon mind. So they don't say only use our product. They give you fair choice, and that's the main advantage of AWS actually. So Amazon Q, I don't say it will be the only services which will be helpful to AWS. They offer the other services also, competitor services. That is the main advantage.
Yeah. Right now there is this whole trend going on MCP servers. Is there an AWS way to do that?
Yeah, AWS offers, they started manage MCP server. If you wanted to create a MCP server, it will be easy now for AWS. It's very easy. Okay. MCP, fortunately or unfortunately, not started by OpenAI. It's from Claude, right? Oh. They has given this protocol, MCP protocol. It is not from OpenAI. Okay. So OpenAI still follow something different. But MCP seems to be become standard process for agentic AI.
Yeah. Okay, so coming back to our services, what do you think the efficiency of Lambda?
For me, I'm fan of Lambda actually serverless. So Lambda is very efficient if you use it better way. There is like different mindset you need to create for Lambda. For any serverless, your thought process has to be different. Your design process has to be different. You cannot actually design something long-term processing. So what you need to do is event-driven architecture. Any event-driven architecture will be best for the Lambda. So what I believe is don't blindly follow one services. Try to understand, try to test something whether Lambda is fitting to this my solution or not. So kind of mix and match you have to use. Maybe 30% serverless stack, 30% maybe container stack, and even EC2 also. So you have to mix and match as and when required. But yes, Lambda seems to be, if you use better way, the cost is very less because $2 you can actually execute 1 million Lambda. So only $2, right? So there is nothing less than that.
So is there any way students can have access to AWS?
Yes, very well. So what I suggest is for the students, don't create your account with credit card. That's very dangerous actually, because you don't know how to manage the cost, how the cost is working. Yeah. So first you need to understand the services and the cost part also. Okay. So AWS has published their architecture, so well architected framework. So that the best way to design architecture, one of them is cost efficiency. So one pillar is cost efficiency. So that means if you are an engineer or if you are doing something developer in AWS, you should have better understanding of how AWS cost is working. Okay. So without that, you don't open any account. So let's come back to students. Even I don't advise professional to start, with your account. For students, we have a better alternative. What you can do is, college should go to AWS Academy. AWS Academy is free, and every student get $100 kind of sandbox credits.
Okay.
So whatever way you want, you can actually consume up to $100 sandbox credit apart from the all other labs available.
Okay.
So $100 is fair enough per student. I don't say it's not, it's less.
Considering $2 can get you that much of Lambda functions.
And apart from that, the labs are also available. So sandbox is $100 credit for whatever your experiment. But if you wanted to do standard labs like Lambda labs, Kubernetes lab, EC2 labs, you don't need to pay. Not even from that $100. That is available. So I think this is the safest way for the students.
What are some ways a student can learn AWS apart from labs and this?
I think again I'm coming back to that only. AWS Academy. AWS Academy provides you associate level certificate, content free. It's well designed content.
Okay.
So cloud practitioner certificate content is free. AI practitioner certificate content is free.
Okay.
Associate level all 4 or 5, whatever the certificate, the contents are free. You can learn yourself, self-paced also.
Yeah.
And if you like, actually, you can afterwards, once its evaluation is done, if you pass around 80% on evaluation, you'll get participation certificate and you'll get 50% discount also. So I think AWS Academy is the best way for any students. If your college is not part of that, it's just one form process, that's it. You will get approval within 2-3 days.
And they can even come to meetups like AWS UG BARODA to collaborate and learn.
So this is a community, peer-to-peer learning.
Yeah. Yes.
So even we have a user group, we have a cloud clubs.
Yeah.
So those are community driven, and we'll have a lot of benefit also into that.
Yeah. And we are also planning that in further podcasts in the next 2-3 episodes, we are going to deep dive into AWS. We are going to let people learn every single step of AWS. So let's hope that goes well.
Yeah, you should actually, because AWS is very deep dive. If you even try to do one podcast per day, you can't actually finish within 1 year. So it's a huge one.
We will try our best.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Now coming back again to benefits, there are many different benefits AWS is giving to like founders. We talked about students benefit, but yes, there are many different benefits apart from students. So what are they?
There are a lot of actually. For if you are doing some research, so in that case you can apply. These are the something we are doing, and approximate I required 300, 400, 1,000, $3,000 credits. So if they found okay, this is good, then they can provide the credits without any reference. So that is also available for anybody. But you rightly mentioned they call it startup credits. So for startup credits, foundational credits they start $1,000. So if you are a startup and if you have DPIT certificate, startup certificate, then you will get $1,000. And furthermore, once you register yourself and go for maybe iHub or your university incubation center, then they will again enable you for the $5,000 credits. But what I suggest is, even though you are not part of incubation center, there is something called POC credits, proof of concepts. So you have to either directly go to AWS or maybe connect with some partner, explain these are the things I'm supposed to do, and if everything goes fine, I'll continue using AWS. So based on that also you'll get some credit. Depends on your projects. It can be starting from $100 to maybe $1 lakh.
There are cloud captain systems in here, so anyone from anyone university can become cloud captain. So what are different ways to go for that?
So Cloud Club Captain, they started last 3 years only. Initially there was not a Cloud Club, but they are also interested. AWS also interested, to influence students, and probably by that time you become professional, then you come to know about AWS, because AWS is not consumer services, right? It's a developer platform. But you have better understanding of Google because it's a consumer. Similarly, Microsoft, because it's a consumer platform. But once you come in 3rd year, 4th year, probably slowly and gradually you see people are using AWS. So that's why they also try to have better awareness to the students. Let them have a good skill in AWS. So that's why they started community. AWS Academy is already there, but this is a community work, and they have a better structure also. AWS user group is not structured one. That is depend on the AWS leader how they wanted to run. AWS don't say "Okay, you run like this, you do the event something like this." Whatever way AWS user group leader wanted to run, they can run it. But in AWS Cloud Club, there are certain steps. You have to do something like this, something like this, something like this. First step, second step, third step, fourth step, and you will get gradually kind of swags or credits or something. So Cloud Club is very structured program, and I think they want more Cloud Club captains, but they just don't want to award anybody as a Cloud Club captain. They want you have done some activity at college level, maybe a smaller one, 10, 15 people together, and you are talking about some AWS services. You invite somebody, even with smaller crowd, maybe 20, 30 people. So that kind of regular activity, then students need to apply as a AWS Cloud Club captain. It is going to open again in, I think, September. Cohort is going to open. So every year they start, they open in once only. This time they are going to start in second time also. So students need to apply. They need to apply to their kind of a profile, what you do AWS, what you wanted to do, as well as like what you have done for AWS. You have to upload a video where you are explaining certain services. Only 2-3 minutes video, a small AWS services content you are explaining. So they will see, they assess actually whether how you present, what is your technical knowledge from video itself, and then they will award you as a Cloud Club captain. So yes, you required a good group, you required good support from college, and you should have that fundamental knowledge. They don't expect very huge knowledge, but whatever you are presenting, that knowledge you should have. So that's probably a good thing, and they also invite across the globe. They have a monthly meeting, so you network like across the globe all the Cloud Club captains.
So once someone becomes a club captain, okay, cloud captain, so what are the benefits he or she gets?
A lot of actually. First is network, so you are part of global chain actually. Second is swags. Obviously, everybody loves swags, so you'll get a lot of swags, and you have to host certain events, small events, big events, and you have to participate other Cloud Club events also, and you are part of now user group also. So networking is first thing. Second is they also provide certain credits benefit, $25 credits benefit to certain level events you do, and they also provide certain free voucher for the cloud practitioner exam. So that depends on the level. You'll get certain vouchers also. So these are some benefits you will get, which is not easily available.
So yeah, that's awesome actually. So
Thank you very much for inviting
yeah,
me, and it was nice talking to you.
yeah, we were so happy to have you here
Thank
as
you.
our guest. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So,